When we look at Rick Sanchez's garage, a lot of interesting stuff is presented. However, the one which gets the most interest is one particular box, which is labeled time travel stuff. This box has been visible in the background of many episodes, but we never got to see it in action. However, in the 47th chapter of the Rick and Morty comics, we finally see this box being used, and today I want to talk about it. But before starting the video, I kindly ask you all to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more. I hope you all have a great day. Now let's start the video. The chapter starts with Summer complaining how unjust the world is, to which Rick quickly agrees, who said that it is scientifically accurate that we live in a reality bereft of justice. Seeing her daughter being in distress, Beth wonders what is going on with her, but is disappointed when she finds out that the reason why Summer is like that is because her favorite TV show is cancelled. Jerry then offers Rick to give some kind of pill or potion to Summer so that she will feel less stressed. Rick got annoyed with this request, and then those two have a very heated argument. However, Morty had another idea. During their argument, he quickly realized that there has to be a universe where the show wasn't cancelled, and in order to watch that, he turned on the interdimensional cable. Everyone quickly praises Morty's thoughtful decision. The first show which they were watching is the battle between two alien beings. Rick was enjoying watching that. However, we couldn't say the same about the rest of the family, who quickly forced Morty to change the channel. The next channel was very suspicious. We could see two alien beings doing nothing but sitting in front of each other. Summer says that that isn't her show, but Rick insists on not changing the channel because he is very intrigued by it. Suddenly, one of the aliens turned its head towards the camera and said that they had been waiting for Rick Sanchez. The whole family is confused, while Rick is scared and demands to turn off the TV since it's a trap, but it's too late. Those two aliens managed to deactivate his security measures and appeared in his house. Their appearance in the Smith house was very confusing. If we look at them closely, their portal looks almost identical to Rick's portal gun's portal. Does that mean that Rick is not the only one with it, and somehow these alien beings got their hands on it? It would not really make sense, since Rick is portrayed as the only one with that technology, and the main reason why the Galactic Federation wanted to capture Rick in the first place was because of his teleportation technique, and if other beings also had it, they wouldn't be so obsessed with Rick. Anyway, we find out that these alien beings are Septhurions? I hope I pronounced this name correctly. We learn that they are universally famous for being bloodthirsty, despicable, atrocity-thirsty monsters. They were quickly able to overpower Rick and demanded his time travel technique, but Rick wasn't feeling them. Their threats meant nothing to him. He said that if they took his Morty, he has 3 more Mortys he has been keeping on backup just in case something happens to that one. If they scare him with death, he also has a dozen clones waiting to be uploaded into, and they all have fresher knees than him, and if they hurt his family, he will just go get a new one. The multiverse is full of them. In the end, he reassures them that there is nothing they can do to make him do anything. They can't touch him, they can't hurt him, they are entirely insignificant to him. But the Septhurions used their telekinetic power to smash Rick into the wall and entered into his garage. In the garage, they continued torturing him, but Rick wasn't giving up. During this fight, Morty noticed Rick's time travel stuff box and tried to hide it. Despite his best efforts, he wasn't able to hide it effectively. The Septhurions took it from him. They were feeling very relieved and accomplished. They thanked Rick and Morty and left his garage. Morty was feeling very nervous since some random bad guys gained the ability to change the course of the universe. However, we couldn't say the same about Rick. Yeah, he says that it is very bad, but his face expression tells us the opposite. We then are transferred into the Septhurians' planet. We find out that the reason why they wanted to get that technology is that they will be able to reset all the terrible mistakes they have made as a society. Bad elections, ecosystem-destroying commerce, ridiculous gun laws, insane healthcare status quo, and etc. They will be able to tell those before them about the mistakes they have made and correct them. They will be truly elevated to a thoughtful society. They will spread their new world of thoughtfulness, inclusivity, and charitable love through the universe. We can see that they want to use this time travel technology for good. However, when the Septhurians start messing with the technology in the box, it triggers a short, foul-mouthed message from Rick followed by a nuclear explosion that wipes them out. Then the scene is shifted to the Smith house. Summer finds the channel where her favorite show isn't cancelled, but she is disappointed with the result. Then we can see Rick and Morty. Rick explains to Morty how people are always coming looking looking for some crazy science gadget, and 9 times out of 10 they are able to find him, and the 9 times out of 10 when they're able to find him, they want the time travel stuff. Then Rick reveals that he keeps the real time travel stuff hidden in Marty's underwear drawer, since nobody will look for it there, and that's how the chapter ended. Personally, I really enjoyed reading this chapter. Rick Sanchez's time travel stuff box has been teased for a really long time and probably was the longest running Easter egg in the whole series. The use of this recurring element from the show is a perfect Rick and Morty twist, drawing on both Rick's intellect and his outsized enjoyment of using his enemies' own foolishness against them. The fact that Rick is constantly being bothered by enemies who want his technology is well established in the show. Both the Galactic Federation and the Zagarians have pursued him for this reason, and the idea that he'd have simple traps in place for when they arrive is totally in character. Despite this, the true purpose of the time travel stuff box is still one that we never expected, and turns the long-running background Easter egg into a violent twist that is true both to the franchise's spirit and to Rick's character. The story also does exactly what we want from a comic tie-in, lending new context to details from the main show. Now, when we'll watch past and future episodes, we'll know that the seemingly innocuous time travel stuff box has a brutal purpose. Interestingly enough, both Justin Roiland and Dan Harmon have stated in interviews that they will not be using time travel in the series because they believe that every possible story they could make out of it has already been done. However, time travel has been used several times in the series. For example, in the first episode, Rick went to a future dimension to retrieve medicine to heal Morty's broken leg, and spent so much time there that his portal gun ran out of charge, but returned in a matter of seconds. Although not directly used by Rick and Morty, time travel was used in the episode A Wrinkle in Time, when the fourth dimensional being used it to find Rick. There is a whole fourth dimensional time cop headquarters in the series, which, as its name suggests, is a fourth dimensional base of operations for the time cops. It first appeared in the season 4 episode Rattlestar Ricklacticum. Interestingly enough, there are free-floating cats around the headquarters, which also appeared in the season 2 opener A Wrinkle in Time around the Smith residence. This was the first time we saw a time cop in the series, namely Schleemy Pants. Rick is also seen to be able to create and use time travel, which was shown in the 5th episode of season 4. Most of you wonder about the canonicity of the comics, which is in fact actually canon. Rick and Morty is a show of infinite universes, so infinite universes mean infinite possibilities, and therefore almost everything can be considered canon. I am positive that despite this Rick being different compared to the one which we have in the show, the purpose of this mysterious time travel box is the same in every universe, including the one which is currently presented in the show. This was a very fun chapter to read, and I really hope that we will see it animated someday. Anyway, I guess this is all for today. What do you think? What is the mystery behind Rick's time travel box? Let me know in the comments, like this video, and subscribe to the channel for more. Lonnie Brooks out. Bye.